All right, let's talk about real-world applications with graphing radical functions. Now we're going to talk about distance. So Lance is standing at the side of a road watching a cyclist go by. The distance between Lance and the cyclist as a function of time is given by this formula right here. D equals the square root of 9 plus 36t squared, where d is the distance in meters and t is the number of seconds after the cyclist passes him by. Our goal is to graph this function right here, and we want to find the distance between Lance and the cyclist after 3 seconds. All right, so first our goal is to graph this function. So we know that we're dealing with time in seconds and distance in meters. So what we want to do is we want to plug numbers in for t and solve for d. So we're going to plug in 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and even 12 because we see that our x-axis goes by 2's and it goes up to 12. So we're going to plug all those values in for t and solve for d. So what we would do is we would plug in 0 for t. So we would say the square root of 9 plus 36 times 0 squared. All right, and you can plug this into your calculator, right? So you don't have to do all these steps. So 9 plus 36 times 0 is just 0. Square root of 9 is 3. So the distance would be 3 feet or 3 meters after 0 seconds. Now we want to plug 2 in for t. All right, so use your calculator for this, right? Square root of 9 plus 36 parentheses 2 squared. Hit enter and you're going to get 12.32. All right, some calculators will give you a radical. Be sure to write it as a decimal so we can graph it. When you plug in 4, you're going to get 24.19. All right, it might be helpful to practice plugging these into your calculator, making sure you get the same answers as I do so that you know you're plugging it into your calculator correctly. All right, when we plug 6 in, we're going to get 36.12. When we plug 8 in, we're going to get 48.09. When we plug 10 in, you're going to get 60.07. And when you plug 12 in, you're going to get 72.06. All right, so now we're going to graph these points on our graph. So 0, 3 would be right about there. 2, 12.32, right about there. 4, 24.19, right about there. 6, 36.12, right about there. 8, 48.09, right about there. 10, 60.07, and then 12 will be off our graph, but right about there. All right, and we know it's going to look like a square root function. All right, it's going to connect our dots, and it'll look like that. All right, and we want to find the distance between Lance and the cyclist after 3 seconds. So how we would do that is we would just plug in 3 for t. So our goal is to find when t equals 3, what does d equal? All right, and if our graph was more accurate, we could use our graph, but it's not very accurate. So let's just do the math. All right, so we're going to say d equals square root of 9 plus 36 times 3 squared. Plug this into our calculator, right? 9 plus 36 times 9. 9 plus 36 times 9 gives us 333. So square root of 333. And we want that as a decimal. So simplest radical form would be 3 rad 37, but we want a number. Hold on, my calculator is acting up. 3 rad 37, and that would be, distance is approximately 18.25 meters. And if we're looking at our graph, that seems about right. All right, so if you have any questions on this application video, please raise your hand, call me over so I can help you out. Otherwise, look to the board to see what to do next, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye.